kind of. I feel like it would be, but at the same time, like if they give you control of Batman, like while he's just Batman, and you get to do Batman shit for like 10 to 15 minutes, and then they rip that shit right underneath you,
Dude,
that'd be
that would be
nice.
great. Imagine if the opening gameplay is, they said it's that 15 minutes, but that would be cool if the game is like think of like GTA, the prologue with the bank robbery, in
Mm.
GTA 5, like something like that would be really cool where you play as Batman.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of like the Last of Us, where you play as Sarah, and
Yeah,
then
that too.
bam,
Yeah,
she gets
right.
shot. We just need
Right.
Bruce Wayne to get killed right in front of us. And I don't mean like, oh, Bruce Wayne, no, don't walk into the building. And then he walks in and it explodes. And then like it's just like, Bruce Wayne, we just only found your mask, and that's it. And then they.
No, the way that they've
But
got to do it is
I feel like they're probably going to murk him.
they've got to have Bruce Wayne walk into a building and then have like a police officer walk out, and it's the same character model just with a police hat, and he's like, your friend died in there. It's like, you look really familiar.
It's
And
gonna be
tear off the
interesting how
fake
they do
mustache
the
at
no
the end.
Batman thing.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing. The thing that I think is really hard about okay, I think now that I think about it, pretty much every superhero game except for Guardians and I guess Avengers, but that game had its own problems. But I think that pretty much every big AAA like open world superhero game, so Arkham Knight, Spider-Man PS4, even to a degree Miles Morales, all of them have had this marketing that is like, who's the main villain, or ooh, what's the
Yeah.
mystery. And the thing is, like, I think plot twists work best when you're not expecting them. And so like with Arkham Knight, then the whole story of Arkham Knight actually kind of hurt itself because it's so tailored around who's the Arkham Knight that then when you replay that game, it's like kind of boring because you're just going from red herring to red herring, like, okay, I know that it's not
Right.
over here. And then like even with Spider-Man, it was like the marketing was so like, oh yeah, we're not going to tell you who the main villain is. And then within 20 minutes it's like, oh, so it's Doc Ock, cool. Like, but what did the marketing really gain from us not knowing that Doc Ock was in it, like. And I
Well, but
think
let me
that,
ask you this, Jake.
yeah,
Did The Last of Us 2 not benefit from the plot twist that's in that game that was not hinted at in the marketing at all?
I think that that one was a little bit different in the sense that it happens very early on,
That's
and then
fair.
and
That's
the
fair.
game isn't built around like, what, Joel died. I mean it is, but not in the sense of pacing. Like it happens very
I
early
see.
on, and then
Yeah,
the
the
game
big
is like,
reveal
yeah,
in Arkham Knight is Jason Todd's identity, and that comes
yeah,
like that's like the climax of the game. And you're right. When you're replaying it like in the first hour where Batman has those conversations with Arkham, he's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "You'll
yeah.
find out soon enough." It's like, yeah, when you're replaying that, you're like, "Okay, this is
Well,
dumb."
and then you look at like Arkham Origins and Arkham City, and those both had plots with like Arkham Origins. Some people weren't happy that Black Mask was Joker again, but I guarantee if that game was coming out like if that was coming out instead of Gotham Knights, like let's say that the next upcoming game was like, oh, it's an Arkham prequel. The Rocksteady trilogy happened first. We're making Arkham Origins, and so that we're getting Arkham Origins. Let's say then like the entire marketing campaign would be built to like, ooh, Roman Sionis isn't Black Mask. Who is it? Who could it be? And
Yeah.
then like Arkham City, it would be like, who's behind Arkham City? What's going, like, it's not, is it Hugo Strange? Is it someone else? And then it would get leaked out like, oh, it's Ra's al Ghul. And then the developers would be all in a panic, like, but then
See,
the other thing,
that's a problem though with The
yeah,
Last of Us and with all these other games, is
yeah,
that even with this game right now, the ending is being leaked. Like this is a huge like plot twists that are being leaked out there. The
hmm,
Last of Us has done that, and I'm sure that, I mean, it's hard to even say that Arkham City did that. I can't really, I was like 11 when that game came out. But I doubt that people were like, "Oh, Ra's al Ghul is a part of Protocol
well,
10, and he's like the leader," because that was a pretty big plot twist that nobody really saw coming, unless like you're really paying attention
well, and
realistically.
that's
But
kind of my point with it too, is that it's like with the plot twists, like the problem with the leaks, like you can tell the developers are really not happy about the Gotham Knights leaks, and no developer's happy about leaks. I get it, but the problem is, my guess is the game's story probably lives and dies on that plot twist, kind of like how in Arkham Knight, the entire game leading up to the Jason Todd reveal is about who is the Arkham Knight. With Spider-Man, it was all building up to like, what's going to happen with Dr. Octavius. Whereas like with Arkham City, yes, there's a plot twist, but there's enough going on before that. And it's like, the story isn't like Batman is investigating Protocol 10, but he's like,
I
you know,
forgot the
he's,
big twist is also Joker dies as well. I'm kind of
yeah,
stupid about that. I don't know if that ever even got leaked, but I know that Joker, when he was in Arkham Knight, I know that got leaked right before the game came out.
yeah, it
So,
did.
these things always happen, and there's no way to avoid them. And the only way to avoid them is kind of not making your story like, all transparent and making it like everybody should know it, but you should at least be a little bit more open to what the story pertains, so people are
Like
less inclined to try to
when did
leak
the
it.
Joel death get leaked?
I think
Like
it
a
was,
few weeks before,
yeah,
Right.
yeah, it was, yeah.
two weeks before, and
So
everybody
wait, the
was making
ending of
memes.
this
Like I saw
game,
Abby, and
and
I'm like, who
again,
the fuck is this?
I have intentionally not looked because
Yeah.
all I saw was that Degenerate J got hit for doing
Yeah.
some video.
See, I don't even
On,
know if it's the ending. That's the thing, is that I'm completely in the
but
like
there's like a
I
big
have no idea.
twist or plot moment that's been leaked. Is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a big flip, like, and I have people saying that they haven't seen it yet, and they're like, "Oh, well, I don't know what it is. This guy can be talking about completely anything," and I'm like, "Yeah, well, it could be really anything," but I think
Yeah.
that the big plot twist that a lot of people are most expecting and are wondering about, like, that can't be leaked, and that's problems for WB Montreal if it ever does.
Yeah, it's a big like it's like the thing that got leaked is like, again, without getting into like even hinting at what it is, it's just like it would be the equivalent of like yeah, like learning that, I don't know, like it's a big one. It would be like learning before The Last of Us comes out that like um Ellie is immune, but Joel refuses to like let them operate on her. Like it kind of, I think it's something that impacts the entire story, and it's going to be something the entire story is building up to. And now, like everyone who knows it, I think that there's going to be a lot of the story that now feels kind of boring by comparison because it's leading up to something that many already know now.
But I also think it could be a really good twist too. Like the way
Yeah,
I'm looking at it, like honestly, I don't even think it's going to be like something that a lot of people are hating. I think it's just going to be a twist that a lot of people are conflicted on, and it like just having it leak in general just sucks. Like
yeah.
people knowing about it already. Like I see people everywhere saying that they know what's happening, and I'm like, well, I guess like what then what's the point of really, like, we already
You
kind of know
know,
what the story is in many ways because of what's happening.
this is it's such a tricky thing because by no means am I taking WB's side, but I do understand them actually striking videos where people talk about it.
Well,
Um,
it's more than just talking about it
No,
too.
yeah.
I want to let you finish, but here's the thing, and I'm not trying to like diss on any of my friends who've gotten struck because like I'm friends with a lot of these content creators. However, many, like all the ones that got struck that I saw used like legitimate footage from the art book that shows like the screenshots of the spoiler, and so it's like it's a little bit more than just talking about it broadly. It's like they're like showing the like literal photos of the plot twist itself.
yeah, and I mean
Yeah. Well,
it's
what I did is
embargoed.
I
It's
used it
under.
in the thumbnail. I used it in the thumbnail and I blurred the shit out of it so they can't really tell what it was. And like that's the only thing I use. And I use, previous footage that I didn't even really mention the leak. So there's ways to get around it. And definitely there are embargoes that you shouldn't be looking at. And it's like whoever, I don't even know how the hell somebody ever even got the art book and why they would put that in the art book, in my opinion, if they want to keep it a secret. It seems like that was pretty stupid. So either it's fake or it's a legitimate leak, and WB was stupid for putting that twist in the goddamn art book. That's all.
Hmm. Yeah, often with these things, it's pretty unlikely that it's fake. I mean, it's kind of like I remember with Joel, everybody was saying, "Oh, maybe it's fake, maybe it's all that," and it's like, I don't know. Like 2 weeks before the game drops, it's probably not fake. It's probably real.
Right.
Well, and
Well,
especially when
I'm
it's
not
like a
saying that
Naughty
it's
Dog quality game too. Like,
Right.
yeah,
yeah. I'm not saying it's fake, but
No. I
for
get you. Yeah.
copyright reasons, allegedly it could be fake, but most likely, I just think that if they wanted to hide that fact, the twist, and they knew that things would get leaked. It's crazy because I think the art book was already kind of leaked like a few months ago, and they used some of that footage in the villain trailer that they dropped with the statue of Jim Gordon and Renee Montoya and Batgirl. Like that scene, it was literally leaked like a month prior to that trailer dropping. So I don't know
True.
if that's from the same thing and it just waited a little bit to release that, the leak, but like they should have seen that coming. They really should have seen that coming.
So the question is, again, I don't want to say what the leak is because I actually don't know, and I'm trying to avoid spoilers for the
Mhm.
game because
Yeah,
that's the
no,
unfortunate thing
I
about
get you.
being a YouTuber for a game is like you like know everything about it before it comes out, especially this day and age with all the
Mhm.
leaks. But do you feel like the twist will make people more excited for the game?
Yes.
it will for sure.
Right. So, I don't know. Again, I do think that you know what? This is a crazy idea. If I'm them, drop the game early.
Yeah,
Look, if this is like
Yeah, dropping the red.
I
the game
I
is
was
already
thinking that
loaded.
last
It's
night.
already
Yeah,
loaded up. It's loaded up that you can download it right now and you can have the game on your hard drive. The only thing that you can't do is actually launch the app and actually play it. But the game as it is in its
I'm
exact
32
form,
gigabytes right now.
it's gone gold. It's on the hard drive. Fuck it. If people are going to start leaking the game, then just release it. Release it early. Now, of
Yeah, I
course,
mean, they bumped it down
what
4
I'm saying
days.
is like completely unprecedented in the history of video games and is like never been done that I'm aware of because obviously in any marketer, the marketing department would lose their fucking mind if they were told that the game is dropping early. Because it would like screw off all their like paid budgets and just like screw off everything. But I don't know, man. That's a big deal. And I don't even know what it is, but
It
even
is.
just the fact that there's any spoilers getting out.
Yeah, it's a story thing that they didn't want out, and obviously they didn't want it out when they stopped doing the factions trailer. And there's just a few things that they didn't want leaked or want, public until the game came out, and obviously they would have shown it if they did. But yeah, it's unfortunate, and I think that them doing these previews is a good way to kind of distract the public because I've seen a lot of people like, what are these leaks? Where are these leaks? But they're so fast with striking them down, and the fact that there's so many other videos, like every single day I see another video popping up like Gotham Knights preview, hands on. I'm like, what, another guy? And it's just even today I saw like
yeah,
4 new ones. I'm like, damn. So those are overreaching any leak footage or any leak videos that are coming out, and of course they are striking ones that are showing them or at least discussing them within the video, like the actual leak itself, without like alluding to it. So it's a big deal, but I think that they're kind of playing it off right now until release, and I think they're doing a good job at it. So hopefully it
yeah,
doesn't reach too far into the public, but we'll see.
Hmm. Um, cool. Any other final thoughts that we wanted to give?
yeah. I don't know. I think that the game is like, I don't know. It's definitely in that interesting limbo state where I think everyone's just waiting for it to come out. The developers, the audience, everyone's just wanting to like, finally get their hands on this thing. We've waited for it for so long. So particularly the DC gaming community is really excited. But um, yeah, I think that kind of, you know, looking at the previews, it sounds like I think that people are going to be pretty happy with what the game is. I am anticipating a kind of Guardians of the Galaxy style word of mouth experience when the game comes out. I think people are going to be happy with it. I'm really excited to play it. It looks really cool. I think I do feel bad for the people who worked so hard on the game for so long, and now to have the big twist spoiled, that's a bummer. But with that being said, I think that the journey getting there will still be really cool, and I can't wait to check it out.
I want to know when me and you, Kobe, and Jake, when are we gonna play fucking co-op together? It's my
Dude, day
question.
one. Day
Day
one.
one.
Yeah.
Day
Listen,
one,
bro,
day
I'm gonna
freaking
be
one.
carrying
Alright.
you. That's all I'm saying. Gonna be
Carrying me? What are you talking with? What pussy Batgirl, bro? Get out of here! I'm gonna be Red Hood.
Yeah, you're just gonna be rage spamming, hiding in a corner. That's so whack.
Rage, fuck you. He's
That's
my
what you're gonna be
spirit animal,
doing.
bro. I got this,
You're
bro.
gonna be sitting in a corner, like double hip firing, just spamming, range spamming, just like you do in Injustice. This is
Yeah,
just how you play in Injustice. You sit
yeah.
back with Deathstroke, just range spam, but you're awful. Listen, I'm gonna carry you.
And you still can't beat me though. That's crazy though, because I'll carry you when we play. Jake, I know that you're probably gonna go for like Robin, huh?
I'm
Yeah,
actually
Jake does seem like a Robin guy.
I am excited to try Robin. I think I'm probably gonna for my own playthrough, I'm probably gonna do Batgirl first.
Gotcha.
She seems to
All
play the
right.
most
Well,
like
we're
Arkham Batman. Looks fun. Yeah.
Marcel
I
will
heard
be
that they
hiding in a
might be
corner,
there's
range
like a
spamming.
Yeah.
I heard they might be doing a 4-player co-op potentially, or kind of hiding it until release. That's like a rumor that's going around too, but that's nothing confirmed. And I really wish Dustin would come back and we could fucking
Yeah.
do 4-player co-op if they ever had it. That'd be so fun.
Dustin isn't coming back. If Dustin was on this podcast,
But
he'd
yeah.
be like, "Game looks awful, trash, looks terrible,
He wouldn't
worst
say it that
game
fast.
And then
ever."
he'll just leave for another 6 months. He'll just leave
Yeah,
for
yeah. Then he would
another
leave for 6
months.
months. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then he would come back to be like, "Suicide Squad, trash, game looks terrible."
No, I think he would like he likes Rocksteady. doesn't
Actually,
he?
yeah, he would like Rocksteady. He would like Suicide Squad because he would say the gameplay looks good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he would
I
like the
don't know.
game, but
Maybe
we'll see.
this discussion alone will be enough to summon him back because maybe he's like so against like maybe his opinion is so different. He'll have to come back to tell us what it really is.
Dude, there's no way he's
I feel
excited for
like
this
yeah.
game. There's just zero way. He's
I kind of want to.
definitely.
I kind of want to talk to Dustin again though, so I'm just gonna say this. I have it on good authority. Dustin said that Gotham Knights looks like game of the year. He can't wait to play it. Yeah.
Ah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so my final thoughts are again, this game really for me hinges on the story. I want to play through the campaign. The gameplay, I already have leveled my expectations on it that I think it looks good, not great, and I have come to terms with that. So, by no means am I going into the game expecting the best gameplay experience of my life. It does look a little clunky at times. It doesn't look quite as fluid as some of the other games, and but I guess the point I'm getting at is that's okay because two things will sustain this game for me. One, co-op, like being able to play with you guys will be a fun experience and keep me coming back in a way that the Arkham games didn't. Obviously, just being single player. So that's fun. And then the second thing is I'm really excited to play through the story because even if it is only 15 hours, I mean, that's a 15-hour Bat Family story. The last time we got something that long was in the animated series decades ago. So to be honest, listen, we're DC fans. We're on the struggle bus. The thirst for content is real. I will take whatever content I can get. This is our first game in 8 years. So our next game isn't coming out until 2035. So I gotta enjoy this.
I get
Yeah.
you. No, yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it too. I can't wait for it. It's gonna be fun.
That's right. All right, guys. Well, thank you all for tuning in. If you enjoyed
All
this
right, well.
podcast, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel. I'll link down episodes 1 and 2 down in the description below, so you can see the first 2 episodes. Episode 4 will be coming soon. I hope you guys enjoyed once again, and also be sure to subscribe to Salvo and Irogen. Their channels will be linked down in the description below, so be sure to go subscribe to them and follow all their great Gotham Knights content. And we'll see you guys in the next podcast episode. Thank you all.